The climax unfolded within the depths of the hidden vault, a cavern filled with glittering treasures and shadows dancing on the walls. Silas faced off against the mastermind behind the thefts, a figure cloaked in darkness, their true identity a shocking twist that would rewrite the history of Eldoria. In a heart-stopping battle of wits and blades, Silas unraveled the final piece of the prophecy and exposed the true purpose of the vault. He wielded not just his physical prowess, but his deductive mind and his unwavering sense of justice to overcome the darkness and bring peace back to the city. As the dust settled and the shadows retreated, Eldoria was saved, not just from the phantom thief and the hidden vault, but from the darkness that lurked within its own heart. Silas Gray, the shadow in the night, emerged from the darkness once more, forever bound to the whispers of the city, forever the silent guardian against the shadows that threatened to consume it. But even as the city celebrated its victory, Silas knew that the whispers would never truly fade. There would always be another mystery lurking in the shadows, another secret waiting to be unraveled. And as long as those whispers remained, Silas Gray would be there, ready to face the darkness and protect the light of Eldoria. The echoes of Eldoria's victory against the darkness still reverberated through the cobblestone streets. But Silas Gray couldn't shake the feeling that something remained unresolved. He dreamt of the vault's secrets, of the whispers of a dormant power that pulsed beneath the city. His restless nights were haunted by the echo of the shadow beast, a reminder that the line between myth and reality was thinner than he'd ever imagined. One rainy morning, amidst the clatter of the whispering serpent, a new whisper snagged his attention. A weathered sailor, his face etched with salt and stories, spoke of an abandoned lighthouse on the edge of Eldorian storms, its beacon extinguished, its secrets lost to the waves. The whispers claimed the lighthouse held the key to unlocking the vault's true potential, a hidden chamber pulsing with an energy both ancient and forbidden. Intrigued, Silas felt the familiar tug of his investigative instincts. He knew the lighthouse's history, a tale of shipwrecks and whispered legends, but the thought of a connection to the vault awakened something deeper. With the rain lashing against his trench coat, he boarded a rickety fishing vessel, embarking on a journey into the heart of the storm-racked sea. The lighthouse loomed on the horizon, a skeletal sentinel against the churning waves. Its iron frame creaked under the relentless assault of the wind, and the extinguished lens seemed to stare back at him with an accusatory gaze. As he climbed the rusted steps, the whispers grew louder, a chorus of lost souls and warnings of unseen dangers. Inside, the lighthouse was a tomb of dust and darkness. The air crackled with an eerie energy, and the floorboards creaked under his cautious steps. He found a hidden chamber, accessible only through a secret passage, pulsating with a blue light that emanated from a smooth, crystalline orb. As he touched it, visions flooded his mind, images of a forgotten civilization, of a power wielded for both creation and destruction. This was no mere key to the vault, but a conduit to something far more ancient, a force that threatened to rewrite Eldoria's history. He realized the prophecy hadn't been fully revealed, that the true danger wasn't the vault's power falling into the wrong hands, but the awakening of a dormant god, hungry for domination. Silas knew he had to act. He contacted Ilara, his voice a mix of urgency and fear. Together, they devised a plan to seal the chamber and sever the connection to the crystalline orb. It would be a perilous task, requiring all of his cunning and Ilara's knowledge of the forgotten prophecy. The final confrontation played out in the storm's heart, the lighthouse swaying precariously against the fury of the waves. Silas, armed with his wits and a makeshift weapon forged from salvaged metal, faced spectral guardians and the whispers themselves, their voices now distorted by the awakened god's influence. Ilara, drawing upon her newfound understanding of the prophecy, chanted ancient verses, her voice a fragile shield against the encroaching darkness. The battle raged, the very fabric of the lighthouse groaning under the strain. But through it all, Silas refused to yield. He channeled the memory of the Whispering Woods, the Phantom Thief, and the vault itself, forging a weapon from his past victories. With a final, desperate blow, he severed the connection to the orb, plunging the chamber into darkness and silencing the whispers. As the storm subsided and the sun peeked through the clouds, Silas and Alara emerged from the lighthouse, battered but unbroken. They had stared into the abyss and blinked, carrying the weight of their knowledge and the burden of their victory. The whispers continued, fainter now, a constant reminder of the darkness they had faced. Silas knew his work wasn't done. The secrets of the vault and the forgotten god remained, a whisper on the wind, waiting to be unraveled. He adjusted his trench coat, the rain washing away the remnants of the storm, and stepped back into the shadows. Eldoria might have been saved, but the whispers would never truly fade, and as long as they remained, Silas Gray, the shadow in the night, would be there to face the darkness and keep the city safe. As the first rays of dawn painted the storm-tossed sea a hopeful pink, Silas Gray stood on the battered balcony of the lighthousey, his trench coat whipping in the salty wind. Alara stood beside him, their eyes meeting in a silent acknowledgement of the weight they carried. They had stared into the abyss and emerged, scarred but resolute, guardians of a secret as ancient as the sea itself. The whispers of the storm still lingered, fainter now, a mournful echo of the battle for Eldoria's soul. But amidst the dying wind, a new whisper emerged, a fragile note of hope that danced on the horizon. A lone fishing boat, battered but defiant, approached the lighthouse, its crew waving in silent gratitude. The storm had been weathered, the darkness repelled, and life, ever resilient, began to stir anew. Silas knew their victory was only a reprieve, not a resolution. The secrets of the vault, the slumbering god, the whispers themselves, they remained, a tapestry woven into the very fabric of Eldoria. He adjusted his trench coat, the worn leather a comforting shield against the unknown. His path was shrouded in mist, the whispers his compass, urging him forward. There would be new mysteries to unravel, new shadows to confront. But for now, he allowed himself a moment of respite, a fleeting glimpse of the city bathed in the soft light of dawn. Ilara's hand brushed his, a silent reminder of their shared burden. He turned to her, a quiet smile gracing his lips. "Ready for breakfast, Lady Alara?" he asked, his voice rough but steady. "Always," she replied, her eyes reflecting the steely resolve beneath her gentle facade. "But tonight, we tell stories. Stories of whispers and storms, of gods and guardians, of a city saved from the brink." And so, as the sun climbed higher, casting long shadows over the waves, Silas and Alara turned their backs on the lighthouse, its secrets safely contained for now. They walked towards the waiting boat, ready to face the whispers and whatever mysteries they might bring. Their bond forged in the crucible of darkness, their footsteps leaving a trail of hope on the storm-kissed shores of Eldoria. The whispers continued, carried on the wind, a lullaby of secrets and warnings. But for Silas Gray and Alara, they were no longer a terrifying chorus, but a familiar tune, a reminder of their purpose, their duty. They were the shadows in the night, the guardians of the dawn, and as long as they stood together, Eldoria would slumber safe, its whispers a reminder of the darkness they had faced and the light they had protected. And so ends the tale of Silas Gray, the shadow in the night, a testament to the enduring power of courage, hope, and the whispers that guide us through the darkness. For even in the quietest corners of Eldoria, where shadows dance and secrets hide, the whispers live on. A promise of stories yet to be told, adventures yet to be lived, and a city forever guarded by the echoes of a storm-tossed dawn.